Hey guys, it's Minoan. I'm sorry I wasn't able to make a video earlier this week when the Dungeon Rush started. I've just been so swept up in work and other things I haven't gotten to it, but I'd like to quickly kind of go over some things that are useful for it, as well as kind of what's going on next week, what you might want to look forward to as far as their scheduled events go. Both of them are kind of important in their own ways. So as far as the Dungeon Rush goes, probably the most interesting thing is right here, this Expedition Cape. It is something that is only available during the Dungeon Rush itself. I have obviously unlocked it. I just saw it and I was like, oh, that's cool. So if you want a snazzy back item, go for that. Another super important thing that you can get if you're trying to gear up some characters is the Relic of the Rune of the Monk. It's just flat healing, boon duration. It's used on a lot of healing builds. So, you know, those are two important things. The other thing that's interesting about it is, so what it really is giving you is it's giving you extra Tales of Dungeon Delving, which just converts to dungeon currency. And as far as a legendary hunter like me goes, those are important for these gifts that you use to craft Gen 1 legendary weapons. Those are only useful if you're not using legendary starter kits. If you're trying to craft one out of band, like when not waiting for a kit, you're going to need them for that. And then the last thing that I would like to talk about is, well, okay, you've got those weapons. One, they have special themes related to the different dungeons. This is for Twilight Arbor. Jeez. And so, you know, you've got the purple things, and then you can also get Nightmare Court armor if you're looking for it from Twilight Arbor. Obviously, I love Sylvari stuff. And it will let me preview all of the stuff for light, because this is a light character. So, this is what it looks. That actually looks really interesting. It almost looks like a Fairy Queen outfit or something. That's... wow, okay. But so hyper-focused on legendaries, I didn't know I could get cool stuff like that. So that's another thing you can do. Those are kind of the most interesting things. Superior Rune of Nightmare actually used to be super, super useful for Condi builds, but it looks like Trapper is the meta now, so I'm not sure that you need to run dungeons for that. So the other interesting thing are these dungeon achievements that you can do. And really, there's not a lot. For most dungeons, it's just do all the paths, except for Aetherblade. If you want to try to do Aetherblade, I am going to highly recommend that you get friends who love you very much. Some of the puzzles are annoying. Some of them can be soloed, but it has to be someone who's really good at using all of the speed boons, going to the right positions, doing mesmer ports. There's some weird things that people can solo things that are supposed to be multiplayer, but for the most part, it's kind of difficult. And I did an Aetherblade path once, and I think it took me an hour or two. And these were with good players. I mean, maybe we're all better now, and it wouldn't be as bad. But just so you know, there's AP here to be had. AP gives you bonuses to various things like Magic Find and Karma and Experience. So those are kind of the things to take advantage of the situation with. And there's Dungeon Frequenter. For every 8 unique paths that you do, you get 5 gold and you can get a chest of Dungeoneering. And so that's another thing that you can do. So that's kind of the draw to it. I recommend that you have some salvage kits in your inventory if you go, because you tend to get a lot of pre-identified gear, and it clutters up your inventory pretty fast sometimes. So that's something to think about. Also, don't forget, if you decide to do the Dungeon Rush, that you can instantly teleport anywhere with this nifty little NPC right here. I was a bit of a noob, and people were like, where are you? So yeah. Just go to the NPC. I'm used to going to the actual entrances, but those are very annoying for Honor of the Wave. No, for Crucible of Eternity, Ruined City of Ra, and Citadel of Flame. All of them have pre-events. So if you want to just get in the action, go straight to these NPCs. Don't mess with the open world at all. So that's the Dungeon Rush. The other interesting thing that's happening is World versus World Rush. And what that basically means is there's going to be lots of bonuses for World versus World. The really interesting thing about World versus World is it's actually kind of like a factory for making alts. And what I mean by that is it has these vendors that let you bootstrap a character really quickly. So this is the Heroics Notary. And if you play a lot of World versus World, you're going to get these Testimony of Castoran Heroics. And those can be used to basically unlock a random hero point in any of the expansions. So this is really useful for quickly unlocking elite specializations on alts. The other thing that's really useful for them, there's runes, there's sigils, things that you can buy with them. There are also relics, and they're another way that you can bootstrap an alt. If you can buy a relic or if you've unlocked a relic, you can unlock it here instantly. It will also give you tomes of knowledge for every single level up. And if I had to give any recommendation for how you spend your points, I would say go ahead and put at least 1 point into Warclaw Mastery, 1 point into Gliding Mastery, and you want to get Provisions Master. That will unlock those recipes I was showing you, and it will also let you get auto loot, which is also really useful. So those are all things to consider if you're, working on World versus World. It's a good time to level up because they give you bonuses, I think, to everything, World XP and reward track gain. It's a good time to throw on all like your celebration boosters, your experience boosters, and just kind of go to town, try to find groups. I highly recommend that if you see a commander tag active that you go with them, because that will be how you get things done, especially if you're very new. If you have the gold to swing it, it's also advisable to go ahead and maybe get a roaming build at the very least set up. If you have a decent roaming build, you should be able to capture camps pretty regularly. If you buy yourself some siege and you know what you're doing, you can probably solo towers if no one's really paying attention to you. I do expect there to be more players. It might be a little bit more chaotic, so yeah, grouping up is good. I need some more Gifts of Battle, so here, I'll show you. I have about 2,000 gold. I've bought a lot of the more expensive components for Aurene weapons. I feel furious. And I only have 3 Aurene weapons left, and then I'll have at least 1 legendary for every slot that a Mesmer can do. It's not every weapon combination like 3 swords and stuff, but I'm so close I feel like I just gotta push for it. And I'm also pleasantly surprised at how the Aurene weapons synergize with this outfit I have here that's pretending to be Tyrael, the Archangel of Justice. So I'm excited to finish all that out, and I'm like inches from it. And the World versus World Rush will help me finish my reward tracks to get those Gifts of Battle that I need so badly. So that's kind of what's on my plate right now, and that's kind of what's at top of mind. For me, I just kind of want to finish up the Aurene legendaries, but thought I'd call out kind of what's useful in terms of current events and what's, coming. And I'm still thinking about that intro video for new players. I'm really nervous about it because I want to give good advice, and some of the advice that I would give is things that I didn't do, but I think would have made things better for me, but I'm not sure. I kind of fell into this game by accident in a lot of ways. So I'm nervous about making that, but I do hope to eventually get to it. And I actually have a video or some ideas about the Aurene legendaries, because there's some things that are really awkward about them that I think, people working on them might want to know. Anyway, I hope that this was interesting to you, and I hope that you have fun with Guild Wars 2 over the next couple weeks. Please like and subscribe. Have a good day.